Good evening, children. So, as we are seeing the Unit 5 chapters that we have completed the Vanga yesterday, and today we are going to see a small short poem. Okay, the name is Mother to Son. The topic is Mother to Son. Clear? So, before introduction, we are looking into the unit of a ray of hope. Am I right? Yes. So according to that only we are saying the mother to son. See this mother to son. See, while hearing the topic itself, you can able to understand something. Yes, the poem is all about a mother and a son. So in simple, we can say that mother is talking to or telling something to her son. That only is called, this poem is all about. Okay. And first I'll introduce this poem. It's a dramatic monologue. The poem is about a dramatic monologue. Okay. It's what is a dramatic monologue? Dramatic monologue is called a single speaker. It's a dramatic opening and a speaker, that is mother is a speaker and listener is a son. The only one person will be talking in this poem. So this poem is in the form of a dramatic monologue. And it has only 20 lines, short poem. And the poem is a free verse. There is no specific stylish at all there. Actually this mother, she is uneducated. So some spelling mistakes and all was there, and pronunciation are there, grammatical errors are also there. Clear? So this poem is an Afro-American speaker. That is mother is an mother. She was a Afro-American speaker and the listener her son. Clear? And it is written in Afro-American dialect. So this poem is written in an Afro-American dialect. And you know what is called dialect? Dialect is called regional varieties. See, India has, Kerala, Malayalam has many variety of dialect variations are there. Because the Malayalam will be differ from one place. In Palakkad, the slang will be different. And in Thrissur, the slang, there is a variation, and also the the slang will be different. That only is called as regional dialect. Okay. And the tone of the poem is didactic. That means advising tone. It is an advising tone poem. Clear? And the theme is racism and perseverance. So the theme of the poem is racism and perseverance. So what is racism means? It talks about the caste, creed and all. That only will come under the racism. And perseverance is, see, the mother was advising her son that you should not stop. That means you should not stop until you reach your goal. You can able to face many difficulties as in your life, then too you have to face that struggle and overcome that problems and reach your destiny. You reach your destiny, that is whatever the problems comes, whatever the obstacles comes to you, you have to face it, you have to overcome that, and then at last you need to reach your destiny. That only is the theme of this poem. Okay. So before going into the poem, we will see the introduction. We will see about the writer. Clear? Writer is James Mercer Langston Hughes. His born and death year is, his period time is 1902 to 1967. Was an American poet, social activist, novelist, playwright and columnist from Joplin, Missouri. He is one of the earliest innovators of the literary art form called jazz poetry. So Hughes is best known as a leader of Harlem Renaissance. Montage of a dream deferred. The Negro speaks of rivers. Let America be America again, etc. Or some of his known works. So his main known works are Montage of a Dream Deferred. The Negro speaks of rivers. Let America be America again, etc. are some of his known works. Okay, before that, the author belongs to, he is best known as a leader of Harlem Renaissance. What is called Harlem Renaissance? Yes, the Harlem Renaissance was a phase of a large new Negro movement that had emerged in the early 20th century and in some ways assured in the civil rights movement. So it is a civil rights movement. So during that period, in America, the white people's and black people's fights and rights problem was going on. So he was the leader of that Harlem Renaissance. So this Harlem Renaissance is mainly called as New Negro Movement. Okay, clear? So that only is called as the Harlem Renaissance. So it is the 20th century. The Renaissance was begun in 20th century, and there were many differences between the whites and black people. The whites treated the black people in a very unrespectful way, and they treated them very badly. So this was the movement, and there are many people who came forward, and they have told that they want the equal rights in America. So that's the reason why this poem has consist that some of the main points about that also, and it is a reflection that only it's the theme of the poem. Yeah, I have already told you it's racism about the poet. He insisted about the rights of the Afro-American, sorry. So, Afro-American. So, he was the one who insisted for the rights of that. So, that was the one he just specifically insisting in this poem. That is, whatever obstacles you see, you would need to look forward. Clear? So, did Wanga get the love and affection of his mother? What do you think is the role of a mother in a family? How can she give love, care, and advice to her children? Go through the following poem, Mother to Son, by Langston Hughes. So, usually, we all like our mother. I'm right. Yes, we all like our mother. Whatever she say, mostly you will not obey her words, but you just listen to her. Sometime, awfully, you will obey her. Am I right? So, your age is like that, and you will always say, my mother usually, she will blabbers, whatever, she always scold you. She always, don't do that, don't do this. She will have more don'ts only. Am I right? Yes. She will say, do this means you never do that. Am I right? Yes. So, it's an affectionate between a mother and the children. Am I right? Yes. So, now we'll move on to the poem, Mother to Son. So, well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor, bare, but all the time I've seen be a climbing on, and reaching landings, and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't be no light. So, boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on the steps, because you finds it's kinda hard. Don't you fall now. For I'll still going, honey. I see. For I see still going, honey. I see still climbing. And life for me ain't be no crystal clear. I'll read this poem one more time and then we'll go to the explanation part. Clear? Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't be no crystal clear. It's hard tacks in it and splinters and boards torn up and places with no carpet on the floor bare. But all the time I see being a climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back, don't you sit down on the step because you find it's kinda hard. Don't you fall now, for I see still going, honey, I see still climbing, and life for me ain't been no crystal clear. So, this first stanza, it's telling that I'll tell you. It contains a consonant sound that it starts with I will and tell you. So, il is coming there. Am I right? And assonance. Life for me ain't been. Instead of ain't, you can use it that you can replace this with has not, have not, or is not. And there is a double negative sentence are there. Okay, so double negative is ain't been no crystal stair. That means double negative means it is used in Afro-American English specialities. So in Afro-American English specialties, they will use the double negative steps. So here, the mother is telling that the life is not so crystal clear. So what does mean a crystal stair? What does mean that? Life for me ain't be a crystal stair. It means life is not easy. Or life has not been a staircase made of crystal, rather than it has been quite rough with thorns, tags and splinters, which refers to those obstacles and hardships. So the mother is telling that you cannot able to see whatever in our life, we don't know what is the thing will happen in the next moment. Am I right? Yes. Once you can able to see what will happen in your future, what will happen by today evening 5 o'clock. No, definitely you cannot able to guess this. Something will happen. So it may be some surprise, it may be some sadness, it may be some happiness, it may be some worries. Anything will happen in the next moment. So the mother is telling, life is not a crystal stair. Crystal means what? Glass stays. You cannot able to, You cannot able to predict your life. Life has many tags. Tags means what? Problems. Life has many problems will be there. Struggles, splinters. Here splinters means what? Splinters and tags represent the interference of the words. Splinters and tags are trying to mean the hardships and rough spot in the life of the mother that she encountered always. Life is not easy to carry on. Still, she is trying to carry on with a strong, hopeful. So she is telling life is, son, don't think life is so easy. Life has many obstacles, many struggles. What you have to do is you need to overcome that. When you see a problem, you should not think that, oh, it's such a big problem. We need to withdraw from that. We don't want to take the risk. I am not ready to take the risk. I'll just quit from the situation. Like that, you should not think that whatever is there, you need to face the problem that strongly and boldly. Then only you will get the happiness. or then only you will reach your destiny. That was the one the mother is insisting to her son. Clear? And then, and places with no carpet on the floor, bare, but all the time has been swept. So she is telling that there is no, you cannot expect any carpets and all. You need to climb, move forward. Move forward. If you see any turning, you have to move forward only. Don't look at the back. If you look at the back, you will get more upsets. Because if you see at the back and worries means you cannot able to move forward. So whatever the problems or obstacles you see, don't bother about that. Face it boldly and then move forward. That is the main concept she is teaching to her son. So in this poem, she is telling the mother, an Afro-American mother, she is the one, she is advising her son, in your life, whatever the situation is, you have to face that boldly. Then only you can able to reach your destiny. Clear? Reach your goal. So we clear that this is the concept of the poem. So we will see who is the speaker in the poem? Do you feel the presence of a listener? How? Who is the speaker in the poem? Can you able to see? Yes, mother. She addresses her son. Okay, what is the expression no crystal stair means? What is the expression no crystal stair means? The expression suggests that life is not a crystal stair. Clear? So was life easy for the narrator? Pick out evidence from the stanzas to support your answer. Was life easy for the narrator? Pick out the evidence from the stanza to support your answer. So you can able to pick out the stanza. What are the words she used? Is life easy? No, it's not easy. Life, if you face many problems only, you will become a stronger and a clear person. So in your life, see, for example, if you are born up with a golden spoon. That means you are born up with such a big house and lots of money in your bank account, and you are living in such a rich family. You don't want to care for anything. You have good knowledge on studies. Whatever you ask, your parents will get it for you. And whatever you think on the spot, something is coming in front of you, as you see in the movie, no? So if you get all this thing, you don't want to go for any hard times and all. Life will be so boring for you. Because you have everything. You don't want to work. You don't want to struggle. So life, and then your practical knowledge will be a blank, zero. Because you have everything. You don't want to struggle. You don't want to work. Everything was in your fingertip. You will be enjoying. But after some time, you will feel what life it is. It's still boring. But once you reach, you don't have a house. You have a house, but then too you don't have sufficient money. You need to earn. You need to study. You have to struggle. See, now you are struggling to get an A+ in your examination. Am I right? Yes, that struggle. Once you're struggling for getting the A+, you are in school. In your school, you are getting whatever study you put forward, you will get only B and B+, and you are you are training your mind to get A+. At last, after your public examination, you are writing and you are waiting for the result. On that time, if you get an A+, the happiness and the joyness you get, that was the thing you cannot able to explain it. See, that's the joy, that's the happiness, that's the victory that you will never forget in your life till your end. See, that is only that after too much of struggle, after too much of problems, you have overcome that and you reach your destiny. That is called the real happiness. Clear? So in your life should be like that. So was life easy for a narrator? No, life doesn't easy for a narrator, because the evidence, what are the evidence? Stacks and splinters that are the, and boards turn up. These are the evidence. Clear? And the fourth question, the first stanza ends with the word bare. What does the speaker mean by the word bare? Bare suggests can't furnishing. It could mean the stark poverty that they experienced in their life. See, scant means very little furnishing. They have less, they have very poverty based life. So the mother was telling that, seeing this poverty, don't get upset. If you work hard, struggle a lot, means you can be reach in a good position. That only she is telling him. Okay. When life becomes challenging, does the speaker give up? How do you know? No. Mother repeats, but all the time I see being a climbing on. When the life becomes challenging also, you need to climb up the life. You need to move forward. That only is mentioned here. So no, mother repeats, but all the time I seen being a climbing on.